Hey everybody, can you hear me? I was trying to do my live stream from my laptop, but I don't know what happened. I tested it last night and it's just not working today, so I just turned it off. I've tried a live stream from a computer before. I haven't tried it from a cell phone, so I should be able to see you type. So if you guys are watching, please type something. Maybe I can see what you're typing. I'm not sure. Can you guys type something or hit like or something? Okay, I see you, LC. Hello. I was trying to do this with my laptop, but I don't know. I tested it last night and it worked just fine. Today it's not, so I'm using my iPhone. You guys hear me okay? I'm in Trinidad. Oh, thank you, Jaime. If you guys have some questions, we'll just talk about that. I'm in Trinidad. I've been here about 5 days or so, and basically I'm got 2 more days here. Then I'm going to St. Vincent. I'll probably stay there about a week, and then I'll just travel around to some more Caribbean islands. Any questions? Sometimes I get a lot of questions, and then I just don't see any questions right now. So far, here in Trinidad's pretty good. Haven't had any problems with anything. Some things are kind of pricey and expensive. Am I going to South America? Yes, probably at the end of the year. I want to go to South America again. This is harder to do on a phone because I can't read all the questions. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to South America later this year. I want to travel through. Someone asked me what I do for work. I was in the U.S. military for 20 years, and they pay me a pension, and I get disability. And now I just kind of travel around for fun, and I do YouTube. Lately, YouTube's been doing pretty good for me. I probably gonna make about $500 a month, which isn't much, but it's growing. I was just making about $3 a day a couple months ago, but now getting like $15 to $19 a day on YouTube. Oh, thank you, Glamro. I speak Spanish only a little bit, so thank you. It's funny, for Spanish I can kind of understand, but my pronunciation is really poor. Gracias, Guillermo. Yeah, I joined the Navy. I was almost 23 years old, and I did 20 years. And if you do 20 years in the military, what happens is they will pay me half my paycheck for the rest of my life, and then you get like different extra pays for different disabilities. Like my hearing is really bad, so I get extra money for my hearing. I get lots of different things. I have like a lot of sleeping problems. I don't sleep very good, so I get paid extra for that, stuff like that. I wish, let's see, yeah, like when you use a computer in live chat, I can see all the questions, but when you guys use the phone, I can't. When I use the phone, I can't see them all. All right, what do I find the most challenging? It's hard when you use live stream from the phone. It's hard because the question pops up for like a couple seconds and disappears. Okay, so my most challenging is probably, I think lately I've been in a rush to travel. I don't know why. I need to stay somewhere and find more about what I should do in the country. I need to slow down and relax. I like to drive a lot, so that's very challenging, and trying to not spend too much money is challenging. Um, I've traveled a lot, so that's not too much. My Guyana video and I was live. I don't think I went live in Guyana. My internet was too slow in Guyana. What I noticed here is in Trinidad the internet is good. This apartment here I get about 33 megabits per second download and 11 megabits per second upload. Yeah, it's very messy right now, so I won't walk around. Thank you, Guillermo. You said my videos are amazing. Thank you. Mostly for my gimbal I use, it's called a it's by Zhiyun. So many questions. It's a Zhiyun Rider M, and what I could do is make a gimbal about a video about that. Sorry, you guys probably have to ask questions again. What happens is when you guys ask a question, it pops up for like a second and then it disappears. Okay, so let me stick to one question. Okay, so do I budget my travels? I have I'm not going to say how much money I make, but I make probably as much money as a full-time working American, and I don't even have to work. And so my budget is, I don't have to budget too much actually. I can't spend a lot of money, but as far as the budget, yes, you know, like I'm not staying at a hotel here. Like hotels here are in Trinidad are expensive, so I'm staying at Airbnb. It's about $60 a day. It's not too bad. If I stayed at a nice hotel here, it cost over $100 US per day. Renting a car here, it's about $42 US a day, and that's cheaper than driving around in a taxi. My worst experience while traveling, I hate the people that try to sell you stuff when you don't want to sell stuff, and then they follow you, and people want the foreigners to pay more money. That's really super annoying to have to pay more money. Oh, thank you, Louis. Oh, gracias. Yeah, it's very annoying having to pay more because you're a foreigner. That's probably the worst thing. And here's a little story. When I went to Mexico, my family also went there, and I asked them to bring me lots of $1 bills because I was going to El Salvador, and I had so many $1 bills. I actually just put some in my suit because I hid them in my suitcase, and what happened was they got stolen. Probably had like $100 in $1 bills, and I hid them in my suitcase really good, and when I showed up in Colombia they were gone. Someone stole about $100 from me. That's pretty bad. So if you would like to think with modern day someone wouldn't steal stuff out of your suitcase, but it still happens. How to decide on Trinidad? If you watch where I travel, I usually take like one stop. Like I'll fly direct. So I came from Trinidad from Guyana. It was one stop. It was less than $200 US. Oh, thank you, Guillermo. This year I started out with about 660 subscribers. So like I came here from Guyana. It was less than $200 US. And before Guyana, I was in Suriname. I just haven't made many videos there, and that plane was less than $200 US. And from Suriname, I was in Curacao. That was less than $200 US. And I went to Curacao from Bogota. That was about $200 something. So my next country, St. Vincent, that only cost me about $130. So what I'm doing is I have some routes. You just keep looking for direct plane tickets, cheap tickets. I'm sorry if you guys are like typing something and I don't see it anymore, because that's what happens on the phone. So basically that's how I travel. I travel. It's really not that much. Oh, Monterrey, Mexico. I'd like to see there. That's one of the few places I haven't seen in Mexico. Basically, so when you get to the Caribbean, you can start island hopping for usually $100 to maybe $170. You start going to all these different countries for pretty cheap and direct flights. Any more questions? Yeah, I'm sorry if you guys, like I said, I'm sorry if you guys asked questions and then I can't see your questions anymore. And then if I start answering a question, I kind of have to ignore what's popping up on my screen because I will just totally forget about it. Lima, Peru. Okay, I'll stick to that question. I've been there, was it last year? And then the year before that. And yeah, I do want to go back there, that's for sure. I like Lima, Peru. And for Lima, Peru, yeah, I will go back there. I want to go see Machu Picchu again. And I was in Machu Picchu, I think it was 2015, and I didn't make a video. I feel really bad. I've been to a lot of places I didn't make YouTube videos. I've been to almost all of the countries of the Caribbean, not all the islands, but almost every country, and I just didn't make YouTube videos. Oh, thanks. I haven't been to Africa. I've been to a lot of other places though. I want to go to Morocco. More women, please. I have some Colombian lady friends that want to travel with me. I don't have to pay them anything. I just have to pay for the travel. I'm thinking about that. If you've seen some of my videos last year, I had friends with me, and basically just, you know, if you got some lady friends, you ask them to go with you, and they go. Okay, my videos of Bogota were good, but I need more subtitles. Okay, yeah, I understand that. I know some people didn't do that, and I started doing that, but I need to, if you guys enjoy that, that's what I'll do. And like some of these countries, if you look on Google Maps, they don't show you anything. Like in Colombia, you can actually go to Google Maps Street View and see something on the street, but here in Trinidad or Guyana or Suriname, the Google Street Views doesn't work. The women in my Hooters videos, yeah, they are good looking. I used to go there so much. I used to go there like every day and just talk to the women, and nothing ever happened. So I just got tired of it. I didn't get tired of Hooters. It's just I went there so many times trying to get something going on, but nothing ever happened out of that. Yeah, like even like in here in Trinidad, there's not much for like Google Maps and stuff like that, or those other countries. And I noticed when I make a driving around video, those do pretty good in those countries. Yeah. Thank you, Guillermo. Yeah, as far as Trinidad, I'll have a few more videos, and Guyana, I actually probably gonna have about 2 more videos. Suriname, I should have about 4 or 5, but I like Suriname a lot, but the problem was when I was walking around, there was just nobody around, so it looks like I was walking around a ghost town. What languages do I speak? I speak English. I speak very little Spanish. I understand the Spanish. My pronunciation is very poor. My pronunciation, I think I memorized the spellings of the words, and then I tried to say it in the English way, and it comes out very bad. Like, I don't know, like you know, if you have a word in English and a word in Spanish and it's spelt the same, you have to say it different. And my head, it still wants to say it the English way or mix it up or something like that. I used to speak some Tagalog because I was married before to a Filipino, and so I spoke some Tagalog. Gracias, Jaime. Yeah, I used to speak some Tagalog, so I studied Tagalog. I lived in Japan for 5 years, so I learned how to speak some Japanese, but now I just totally forgot. I used to actually know how to write some basic Japanese. I lived in the Middle East for 14 months in Bahrain. I learned a little bit of Arabic. I went to Thailand so many times. I did back then. I didn't make YouTube videos. I've probably been to Thailand like 12 times, and I had a Thai girlfriend. I had a couple Thai girlfriends. Almost got married to a Thai girl, and so I could probably still speak a little bit of Thai, actually, but now I'd prefer to learn how to speak Spanish. And when I went to Brazil, I was really confused. I was trying to maybe speak some Spanish, and then I started studying the Portuguese, and I got lost. How's the food in Guyana? Those places? In Guyana, I ate at a Chinese restaurant. I ate at a place called, I forgot the name of it. It's like the Palms or something like that. And I ate at a roti shop. And I ate pizza. And I ate at a cafe a couple times. I didn't try those foods. Yeah, I'm sorry, what was that question again? Like I said, I'm sorry, when you guys ask a question, then it just pops up for a second. Someone asked me if I had a scary experience traveling. As far as a plane goes, no. I think I'm kind of desensitized to the planes. I've had a lot of problems. Usually, like every time I went to like Cusco, Peru or something, the plane's always just terrible. Or Mexico City, that's like the worst airport I've ever been to. If you go to Mexico City, you just wait, and it's so big and so many people, and I usually end up getting in the wrong line or something. Okay, so let's see. Probably the worst thing that's happened to me this year is many times. Oh, Cali. Yeah, I like Cali. I would definitely like to go back. For some reason, when I made the YouTube videos on Cali, people don't watch them. I don't know why. If I make YouTube videos of Bogota or Medellin, it's very popular, but I make YouTube videos of Cali. I'm not sure why. I really like Cali. I don't know why the videos aren't doing very well. I made just one video of Barranquilla, and it's doing okay. Someone asked me if I thought about making like travel vlogs for guys and stuff. Yeah, I thought about it. I was thinking about making another YouTube channel for that, because trying to stay a little neutral, like for the longer term goal. If I just go like, hey, I'm the single guy chasing women, and in the long run, I think that hurts me, because I'm hoping where I get to the point where people say like, hey, you want to stay in my hotel? You want to stay here for free or whatever? And that's not going to happen if I'm the guy that just goes around chasing women, even though I kind of do. Someone talked about my Guyana videos. You know, I didn't really like Guyana actually, but going to Guyana from Suriname was really cheap. Yeah. What's really interesting about the Guyana videos is if you go to YouTube and search Guyana, and I got the #1 videos. If they kind of put their videos like, you know, if you're on the top of the list, you're the #1 guy. And I got the #1 videos of Guyana right now. Now that was a little bit too easy. So if someone was a good YouTuber and wanted to be a #1 YouTuber, you could probably go to Guyana and become the Guyana YouTuber superstar. I just have to remind you, when you guys pop up a question or something, on my phone it pops up for like 1 second. So I'm not skipping anybody. It's just it pops up for a second, then I have to pick that question. And if I didn't see your question when it popped up, that's pretty much it. I guess I could maybe turn my computer on, but I'm a little mad at my computer right now. Any more questions? Hello, Keith. You know, I'm also curious, where are you guys from? Some of you guys, you comment on my videos, and I have no idea where you're from. Thank you for the congratulations. My favorite country, you might have to guess, one of them is probably Colombia. I am from the United States, but I would actually prefer to live outside the United States. The United States is excellent for work and education and stuff like that, but yeah, I don't need any more work or education, so I get paid my retirement in US dollars. So if I go to a foreign country with my US retirement and disability, I live very, very well. So if I lived in the United States, yeah, I could still live there, but I would do better living in a different country with my consistent income. So yeah, Colombia. Some of those other countries I really like. I just have to decide more on what I would go. What city? Yeah, it's. If you watch a lot of my videos, it's from Medellin, and I think I got some friends that went back there, so it's quite possible I will go back even next month or November. Something I'm a little worried about is I can only spend 6 months in Colombia without having within a year period without having to worry about paying taxes or something like that. So I might go back next month or November and stay for a month or so. I would like to also go through Ecuador, go through let's see, Chile. I got some friends in Chile. I got some friends in Argentina. I might go through there. Last year I set a goal of going through every country in South America, every country in Central America. And the problem is what I did, you know, I went to Buenos Aires for, I don't know, 5 days or a week or something like that. And that's all I saw was Buenos Aires. I went to Chile, and then all I saw was the capital. I didn't see anything else. I need to go back and travel through other parts of the country. And also, like El Salvador, some people are afraid of it, but I think it's a pretty nice place. And I've only been to the capital. I'd like to go see the other places. Oh, thank you, Guillermo. Yeah, I've been to all the countries in South America except for Venezuela. Yeah, I'll try to send you an email later. I'm probably going to Mexico at the end of the year. Yeah, so I'm getting off track because when you guys ask me a question, I try to answer it. So I have been to every country in South America except for Venezuela. In Venezuela, I was in the airport, but that doesn't count. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I usually spend a lot of time in Guadalajara, Mexico. Guadalajara, Mexico is really nice, and my family actually went there to visit me. Actually, when I showed them around, and Guadalajara is one of the places I like. But you're from Monterrey, I need to go see there. Oh, cool. I haven't been to Veracruz. I've been to Mexico City. I've been to. Okay, I'll try to name everywhere I went to in Mexico. I went to Tijuana. I went to Mazatlan. Been to Cabo San Lucas. I've been to Guadalajara. I've been to Mexico City. I've been to Puebla. Cancun, Tulum. Been to Merida. I know my Spanish is bad. Merida. Been through some places in between. I forgot the name of there. There's a little town with they had the mummies there. I've been to that place. And that's about it. I would like to go see San Miguel Allende, if I am saying that correctly. And as far as seeing more of Mexico, I'd like to, see probably right around San Miguel Allende and all those other places around there. I would like to go see. Any more questions? Like I said, I'm sorry if you guys asked a question and I didn't get to it, because as an emergency I had to use my cell phone to stream to you guys. Any more questions? And so, I'll just start talking more about, okay. Do more driving videos. Okay, yeah, I will. I uploaded a driving video from Trinidad, and the problem was it has music, and then what happens is they start blocking your videos and stuff like that. No, I had a live video from Medellin. If you go back about a couple months ago, I had a live video in Medellin with some Colombian guys. So I uploaded a video for driving to one of the beaches here, and it's pretty much blocked by YouTube. So I had to go there, edit the video, try to take out the audio, and I uploaded it again, and there's still some problems. I think I finally got it fixed. I just had to upload it about 4 times. I get that problem a lot. When I walk around and there's audio, like there's music in the videos, I have big problems with it. I have to like re-edit the video, upload it again, play games with YouTube. Basically I have to play games. I have to mix and match the music sometimes and try to bypass all that. So I will have a really good video of driving through Trinidad here. I'll thank you about the taxi videos and more commentary. Yeah, some of my taxi videos are very good. Like I had one in El Salvador. I watched that one. We're just talking for like an hour. The guy answering all the questions. And yeah, some of those are pretty good. As far as more commentary, yeah, I've been doing that. I can't really do the subtitles. Sorry. I understand the thing with the subtitles, but I don't know how people are putting those in there. I can't do them myself. I would need volunteers. I think there's an option to let people volunteer to do that. I don't know who would really want to spend their time volunteering. Some of the big YouTubers or professionals, they pay for that. I think you have to pay like $1 per minute. Oh, subtitles in English. Yeah, I could. Oh, well, the CCs. Yeah, the subtitle things. It's you can pay a professional company. I think they do it for like $1 per minute of video or something. And if I make, let's say I make a video and it doesn't make any, like $1 or $2, I mean, I would have to pay $20 to make $2. It just maybe when I go to, I can speak some Spanish, but when I go to like places like Colombia again, I'll try to actually speak Spanish or something. Let's see. So as far as more commentary, yeah, if you see my videos from like 2 years ago, I didn't talk at all. I walk around, didn't talk at all. Now I kind of show my face a little bit, then I talk a little bit, and then that's about it. And then every once in a while I kind of have a vlog video. I still find those a little confusing to do because you have to keep track of so many different things. I'm not good at keeping track of a lot of different things, so I need to get a little better with the vlogs. I think that will help me out a lot, is getting better at the vlogs. And I have some Colombian lady friends that want to travel with me. I'm sure that will help my videos. I'll get them interacting. Oh, Pitch Lake. You know, I haven't decided what I'm staying here tonight, but tomorrow I need a place for one more night. Maybe I'm thinking about moving closer to the airport for tomorrow night. I'm not sure, but I'm kind of comfortable here. Pitch Lake. Okay, so I'll research Pitch Lake. I was looking for another place to go. Someone else besides you told me about that lake. Yeah, in Colombia, San Andreas. That's, if I do go to Colombia, well, I will. When I go to Colombia, I will indeed go to San Andreas, and I will go to the other island. I think Providencia or Providencia. My Spanish is, I'm not even in my Spanish mood. I haven't had to speak Spanish in a month now, so. Yes, I would go to San Andreas and the islands that are north of that. I would go to Cartagena too, and maybe, oh, thank you, Providencia. Let me say it properly. Providencia. Sorry, I haven't speak Spanish in a month. Everywhere I've been going, I've been speaking English lately. Yeah, so yeah, I was told I should go to Providencia, and take videos there. Someone told me that. I also want to go to Manizales and Pereira and Bucaramanga, and I knew some people from, I think you call it Neva or Neva. I'm not sure if that's interesting or not. Maybe I would go there again. Oh, not again, but go there. Yeah, the smaller cities. I definitely like the smaller cities. When you go to the smaller cities, would probably help my Spanish, because when you go to a big city, I notice like Bogota, there's a little bit more English going on there, which but I don't like the big city life. Like Medellin is just right for me actually, but like Bogota is just like really, really big, huge city, and I don't like big, huge cities. Oh, unknown cities. Have I had a doubles in Trinidad? Actually, I don't. I think I read about that. I'm not sure what that is. I've had the bacon shark. No, for Manizales and Paria, no, I need to go there. I actually had that planned, but I just didn't go. I was looking at the weather and it was raining. I was going to go to Paria and Manizales and Armenia and Jardín, take a bus. I need to learn how to take the bus in Colombia. There's so many places you can go in Colombia with a bus. I just have to learn how to do the bus thing. So as far as Trinidad, I know I should probably make videos of me trying the local foods. Actually, kind of got that in another video that I need to put up for Guyana. Doubles. Oh, you know, tomorrow I'll try to hang out on that main avenue in Port of Spain. They call it the Avenue, or I forgot the Arapita Street. Actually drove on that street today, but I didn't stop. I remember that was one of the streets that had the carnival. And I might actually go back there tonight. All right, any more questions? So, yeah, Arapita. Okay, yeah, I drove on that street today. I just drove by it. As far as what countries watch my videos, it sounds weird, but it's actually the USA. The Estados Unidos, well, I don't want to try my Spanish with you. I'm not making my videos for any particular. If I was in Colombia, I would actually prefer people in Colombia to watch my videos, but it tends to be people from the United States. So maybe because I'm only doing English. Do I want to make videos with other vloggers? Yeah, I would like to. I just haven't come across any. I think I saw one in Tobago, but he was doing his own thing. I didn't know him. I could tell he was doing vlogs, but I don't know him. He doesn't know me. Yeah, I would like to, definitely, for sure. I'm still like the small fish, you know. I got 3,000 now, so that's a lot better than what I started with. Like maybe 3 months ago or 4 months ago, when I got to Colombia, I had less than 1,200. Now I have 3,000, so it's kind of like a, I think you call it bell curve, or just kind of exponentially rises in the views and the subscribers. Any more questions? I have 6 viewers. Okay. Okay, whoa, I just had like 4 questions at the same time. Ooh, okay, well, someone said something about Port of Spain. Okay, I'll look into that. I can look at these comments later. As far as someone asked me my most wild time in Colombia. It was probably in San Andreas. Actually, I was there a couple years ago with my friend, and we were in a club, and he kind of got in a fight with some people that looked like drug cartel members, and at the same time he did that, but then later on we hung out with lots and lots of women, and lots of things with women. But I'm not going to talk about that. I just have had lots of experiences in Colombia with women, but like I said, I just can't talk about that. So pretty much I got tonight here and tomorrow night in Trinidad, and not a lot of people tell me to be careful, but it seems like it's not too bad around here. What time is it? I don't know. I can't really tell you the time right now. Actually, yeah, that sounds about right. Let me see. Walk around my apartment. Let's see. Oh. It is 9:28 p.m. I guess I could show you my apartment real quick. This is $60 a day. And it's very messy. I didn't plan on showing it to you guys. Couch. Air conditioner. Full kitchen. Bathroom's okay. Nothing too special. $60 a day. Plus you gotta pay all that Airbnb junk. As far as the neighborhood is kind of quiet, which is, I guess, good. I have a rental car too, so I can drive where I want. Oh, thank you, Keith. Yeah, so I'm not talking bad about Trinidad. It's, as you can see, a lot of people from Trinidad tell me to be careful, and I so far have not had any problems here. So with so many people telling me to be careful, I should be. I came here 2015 for the carnival, and I was walking around at night, and then I told people, yeah, I was just walking around downtown at night, and then people are like, you shouldn't be doing that. But no, I haven't had any problems here. Like, if you go to Guyana and you walk around at night, that's kind of scary. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I used the Ace rental car. It was $164.50 American dollars. 4 days, no insurance. I was going to rent a car in Tobago, but they were trying to charge me 350 TT, and I thought, I wasn't sure. I should have went ahead and rented the car there. So I didn't really see too much of Tobago. Maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, but a taxi from Port of Spain to the airport to Port of Spain is about $45 US, or 40 or 45 or something like that. It's like better for me just to rent a car. So like that's one thing I consider, is if a taxi is going to cost so much money that you might be better off renting a car. Any more questions? You got 6 viewers and only 2 likes. Yeah, Georgetown. Yeah, it's kind of scary sometimes. I know I don't. I'm not like some combat photographer or something like that. But I try to be brave. Man, I know it's gonna get me someday. Uh, I'm trying to, like I'm not making a lot of money on YouTube or anything, but I'm trying to make videos other people won't do within reasonable sense. I look at my Guyana comments, and I look at other Guyana videos, and people are scared to walk around and do what I did. So even in Colombia, you don't see people walking around Bogota with a camera like I do. So I trying to, not really trying to. I'm doing what I want to do, but I can see I have maybe a unique advantage of walking through cities people don't want to walk through. Oh, thank you for the likes. Yeah, so just imagine YouTube as competition, and if nobody wants to walk around Bogota with a camera because they're scared, and then I do it, I kind of have a big advantage, even though I'm still a small YouTuber, but those videos do pretty good. And some of the videos that do really good are in places that people don't go, like Guyana. Not many people say I'm going to Guyana for a vacation, and then if they go to Guyana on a vacation, they don't walk around with a camera like I do. So I make videos like that in Guyana that people don't do it, and I'm already, just search YouTube for Guyana and see whose videos pop up on top. It's my videos. So that's kind of the result of that. Do a search for Medellin and see whose videos come up. A lot of them are mine. There's a couple more YouTubers that show up, but a lot of the Medellin videos are mine. And if you search like Medellin nightlife or Parque Jerez or something, a lot of my videos are on the top because not many people want to go do those kind of things. Any more questions? Yeah, not many people know Guyana. Not many people know Suriname, and not many people know French Guiana. I kept thinking about making a video comparing those three. Those three countries are really weird. And yeah, I'm not trying to offend anybody in Trinidad, but this is a really unique country. The mixture of people. If you get Trinidad and you got Guyana, so if you get Trinidad, Guyana, and Suriname, the people are like so many different like cultures and people. These are like weird countries. Hi, Elias, or if I'm saying that right. Yeah, I wish Brazil would speak Spanish. Yeah, the traffic in Trinidad. Yeah, I experienced that today, and I was like, wow. The place I was going was not very far. I made some walking around videos of Port of Spain today, but that might come up maybe next couple of days. I took some video walking around Port of Spain. Can't remember the name of the area though. Someone asked me to subscribe. Well, I'm doing my live stream from my phone and I can't really check anything. When you guys ask ask a question and I'm using my phone, it pops up for like a second. I guess the last topic was Brazil and speaking Spanish. Yeah, I was in Brazil for 5 weeks, and it was very frustrating because the communication was really difficult. I ended up learning how to count and saying all the basics, and I think I probably completely forgot them all right now. But you know, I would definitely like to go back to Brazil. But the problem for me is I need a visa to go to Brazil. When I went to Brazil last time, it was during the Olympics, and the Americans didn't need a visa to go to Brazil during the Olympics. So I took advantage of that, and I went to Brazil without a visa. Any more questions? I guess I'll just keep this going into 1 hour mark. American. I didn't quite understand all that. What did you mean? Yeah, it's very confusing in Brazil. Yeah. When I was in Brazil, I would maybe try some Spanish words, and then it meant something completely different. And sometimes I would see some really good-looking women in Brazil, and I just couldn't talk to them. Brazil has some really good-looking women. I mean, Colombia does too, but Brazil has a lot of good-looking women. And I just could not talk to them. Yeah, I use Google Translate. I've done that before. I use the app a lot in my phone. I used to do it all the time for Spanish, but then I just got tired of it. I'll just stick to it and keep trying to speak Spanish. But for Portuguese, yeah, I need to use it for Portuguese. Yeah, the connection is kind of difficult sometimes. Yeah, Wi-Fi is slow. You know, in Brazil, I had decent internet in Brazil. I don't know, the internet in Brazil is good. Internet here in Trinidad is good. I don't know, some places in Mexico is good, some places slow. Suriname is slow, Guyana is slow internet. I was in French Guiana, I think that was slow internet. Internet in, I think, Bogota seemed a little faster than Medellin. And if you go to Medellin, the internet in El Poblado seems faster. Oh, that's good. When I was in Guadalajara, I know they had faster internet. Any more questions? Sorry, I didn't have anything really planned. Oh yeah, you got fast internet. My internet here is about half of what yours is. When I was in Tobago, it was about the same as where I am right now. But that's good enough for me in YouTube. Cloak. Let's see. Someone asked a question. I can't remember what it was. Any more questions? Oh, you're in South Trinidad. Yeah, I wasn't sure where else I should go see in Trinidad. You mentioned the lake. Someone else told me about the lake. I decided to go visit the beach, Maracas Beach. And it was a pretty good drive. I have a pretty good video of the drive there. I had to keep uploading it because of the music. It's actually it's over 12 gigabytes. That's why I need some fast internet. That YouTube video of driving to the beach is over 12 gigabytes. Any other questions? All right, so I will probably end the video soon, unless you guys got some more questions. Yeah, I'm almost done uploading that video. I could probably put that one up tomorrow. Thank you, Gail. Stream from a bar. I would like to live stream from some other places. Sometimes it's the problem with the internet connection and the audio. Okay, Guillermo, I'll try to send you a message or something. Yeah, I would definitely need to help with my logos and stuff. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'll try to get in contact with you. Keith says it's Crazy Nightlife. Where's that? On the Crazy Nightlife is on the Avenue? Yeah, I'll contact you, Guillermo, for I think I need to work on that little header graphic design thing. I need to work on it. Oh, all over the country. You know, when I travel by myself, I maybe don't go out so much unless I know the area. Like, if I'm with some friends, I'll go out for sure. But if I'm somewhere I know, like Colombia, I go out a lot. When I'm somewhere that I consider super safe, I go out a lot. Like as you said, you said I should be careful here in Trinidad. I asked some, how do I meet new people in new countries? Ooh, a lot of that's just coincidence. Okay, I'll check that out later. Your messages just kind of pop up for a second, so I'll have to go back and look on my computer. So I'll contact you later. And someone said, how do I meet people? That's just kind of by coincidence. I usually meet other people that speak English or something. Like if you go to Colombia and then you're just standing around and you're speaking English and someone else is speaking English, then sometimes you just become friends. Lately I've just been traveling. I'm not really looking for anybody or anything right now. Last year I was, but this year I'm just kind of traveling around. No big plans. I wanted to go to Europe, but I might just cancel that and go back to South America. Go to South America, then move my way up to Central America, then go back up to Mexico and go back home. Like I personally have nothing keeping me from going back to the States. It's my family. Like my parents are in the United States, so I try to see them before they get too old. So I like to be up there right around Christmas. Not quite sure if I'll be there this year, but I might. I definitely have to go back once a year for my taxes and stuff like that. So But other than that, I'm not quite sure on my destination. I was going to go to some of those places that were hit by the hurricane, so that's what happened to those plans. I was going to go to St. Martin, but from what I understand, that island is completely really messed up and destroyed. I was going to go to Anguilla. I was going to that island, but from what I understand, that island is kind of wiped out. I was going to some of those other islands that are just kind of destroyed and wiped out, so I need some new plans. Any more questions? It's been going for an hour now. One more question. Anybody got one more question? All right, so I will just. Oh, hey Shane. Shane, I've talked to him quite a bit. How much I spend? Oof. You know that. Okay, I just sometimes these other questions pop up. So I talk to you a lot, Shane. So it really does depend. Like, I'm spending less money this year than I did last year. Last year, I was going to maybe. I've been to. I'm sorry, I have to. I'm trying to answer Shane specifically. So, like, trying to. Oh, see, I get distracted with all these questions now. Okay, so how much I spend? I'm spending a lot less money this year because last year I was hopping around so much and I would buy so many plane tickets. This year I'm not hopping around as much. Like, I used to go to Curacao maybe 4 days, 5 days. Last time I went for a week. I went to Guyana for 6 days. I would probably only want to go there for 3 days. And I was in Suriname for 9 days. I would probably only stay there for 5 days last year. So I'm spending less money this year. And I'm doing a lot of Airbnb, which is saving me a lot of money. So how much money am I spending? You know, last year I traveled like 7 months straight, continuous, nonstop. And then I traveled again a little bit later in the year. Yeah, I'd say about $3,000 a month. Last year I traveled so much, I ended up with about $14,000 of credit card debt. And this year I don't have any credit card debt. Yeah, I've been to the Dominican Republic before. I have some YouTube videos there. I have some there even last year. I've been there. Actually, I might go this year. Oh yeah, a lot of Dominicanos here. Yeah, yes, I've been to the club called Copa. Tell me about it, Keith. Actually, I went there last night. It's kind of nasty. Yeah, I've been to the Dominican Republic before. I like it. I used to go there a lot because I lived in Virginia, and when I was in Virginia, going to Copa Bar, yeah. I might private message you about some other spots. So yeah, I've been to the Dominican Republic many times. It used to be really easy for me to go there because I lived in Virginia, and going to Dominican Republic was really easy. And now I've been to Santo Domingo, I've been to Punta Cana, been to Santiago, I've been to Sosua and Cabarete. I've taken the bus from Santo Domingo to Sosua a couple times. I've rented a car and drove around Punta Cana. I drove from Punta Cana to Santo Domingo. I used to have some friends in Santo Domingo. I think they went to the U.S. though. I still have some friends in Sosua and Santo Domingo. Lady friends. And I have a lot of lady friends in Dominican Republic, but I haven't been there since last year. Okay, so Colombia. How much money would I need to live in Colombia? I think that depends on how long you want to stay. Like, the problem with me is I like to move around so much, and that costs so much money. If you go to a place and rent an apartment for a month, it would be so much cheaper than what I do. Okay, so if you're going on long term, sure, you could, man, I think it depends on how much you want to party then. If it'd be pretty easy. 1,500 a month would be pretty easy if you're renting an apartment and not going to party too much. If you want to party, yeah, you're probably looking at $2,000 to $3,000 depending on how much you want to party. Yeah, if you stay long term in Colombia, it's cheap. But if you're just trying to do hotels and short term rentals, it could add up pretty expensive. And a lot of times what I do is I get an Airbnb and maybe I just stay there 3 days, and then you talk directly to the person and say, hey, I'll pay you cash, and they'll give you a better deal, and you won't have to pay all the Airbnb fees and stuff like that. Like, I've moved around Medellin so many times this year that I've met quite a few people where I say, hey, I just send them a message, hey, you got a place I could stay, and I stay pretty cheap there. Oh, you're welcome. About the Airbnb tip. Yeah, this is actually Airbnb, and I need a place for one more night. I just sent them a message. I said, hey, I'll pay your dad cash or something. I have to wait for a reply. Any more questions? Now I'm at 67 minutes. Oh, maybe I didn't finish answering the question. Was my name complete? Oh, I'll tell you, my last name is Allen, A-L-L-E-N, Richard Allen. A little bit about myself. All right, I was born in the United States, South Dakota. My mom was born in, some people are curious, my mom was born in Vietnam, and I've went there I think I went to Vietnam like 2009, but I don't speak any Vietnamese. My dad, he was born in the United States, just a regular white guy from the country, so I'm kind of a mixture of Asian and white American. Let me try to finish question from Shane again. So how much money? Yeah, I probably spend about $3,000 a month. And the biggest expenses for me has been airplane tickets. So if I went to Colombia and just stayed in Colombia, it wouldn't cost me much at all. I could definitely spend less than $2,000 a month. That's living richly. I mean, I think the average Colombian probably makes $300 a month or something like that. So if they could do it $300 a month, and living on $2,000 a month is pretty luxurious, actually, if you find the right long-term rentals. Thank you, Guillermo. Yeah, I'm gonna ask you about those, about that. Yeah, I haven't heard about the tax laws in Colombia. Yeah, that's actually one of the reasons why I stopped my dream of living in Colombia. Because I'm not gonna. I have a lot of American friends that wanted to live in Colombia, or they bought apartments in Colombia, and they do not want to file taxes in Colombia. There's a lot of YouTubers. You'll see them. They were in Colombia almost 6 months and they left because they don't want to stay there past the 6 months. They don't want to pay the taxes. There's a lot of YouTubers that did that. You'll see them. They'll stay in Colombia almost 6 months and then they'll leave, and then they just don't come back. I won't name any of them, but some of them you'll see them in Colombia, then they'll disappear and go some other country, and maybe they'll come back to Colombia a little bit later. But they're avoiding paying taxes in Colombia. So if you stayed in Colombia over 183 days or more in a rolling period of, I think, 365 days, and yeah, they're gonna tax you. And then you still got, the Americans will have to pay their American tax and all the other stuff. And I have an American friend, and he has some properties in Colombia, and he's actually a little bit afraid. He doesn't want to give how much money he has and all that information to the Colombian government. So a lot of people are like that. They don't want to give all this information to Colombia, and they don't want to pay taxes on Colombia. So I personally would not stay long-term in Colombia because I'm not going to pay no taxes there. So that's something to think about. As much as I like Colombia, I would not stay there more than 6 months a year. And my friend's been asking me where else he should stay. Like, he could stay in Colombia about the 6 months and then live somewhere else for 6 months. So he needs to figure out what he wants to do to hop around. Any more questions? I think we talked about the travel, talked a little bit about who I am. I understand I need to talk more in my videos, even though some people said, oh no, I talk too much. Okay. How's the nightlife where? Here? And yeah, yeah, what country did you want me to talk about nightlife? As far as getting sick, yeah, I used to get sick a lot, but I think I travel so much that my body's kind of got used to it. I noticed once in a while, yeah, I don't want to get too gross people out, but you know, like when I went to Suriname, a couple times I would go strange poops, and then that was it. Went to Guyana, and not trying to say bad, but I knew I was gonna probably get sick in Guyana, but my body's adapted where basically I would have a couple bad poops in Guyana, and then I was good to go. And then same thing with Trinidad. Maybe I'm not too careful with. A lot of people travel and don't drink the water out of the tap. I still like brush my teeth with it when you probably shouldn't be. But yeah, I have a couple bad poops, and then my body's good with it. I think that's what happens when you travel a lot. Your body can just kind of take care of that. Might sound weird, but you know, you ever travel and you get constipated and you're like, hey, I wouldn't mind having a little diarrhea just to get rid of that. That sounds weird or gross, but it's happened to me where I would get constipated or something in like Suriname or Guyana. I said, hey, I wouldn't mind getting a little bit sick just to let it come out. Yeah, I haven't had no problem with people in Trinidad. Told me the water's okay here in Trinidad. I know something made my stomach a little upset. It was either the water or something made my have a couple strange poops. Seems like here in Port of Spain, the water, it tastes like they put something in there, like chlorine or something. They put something to kill the bacteria in there. I have to say this much, for like Trinidad, the infrastructure is pretty good. We talk about the electricity, and the roads are pretty good, the internet's good, electricity, all the basics are pretty good. But I think my opinion is kind of expensive here. I don't know. It's just maybe because I'm not finding the local prices for stuff. I'm paying like what a tourist would pay or something like that. Oh, someone asked me about nightlife. I don't know what you're talking about. As far as Trinidad, I'm not an expert on nightlife. If I was here on the weekend, I would go to the Avenue, but I'm not here on the weekend. So next stop will be St. Vincent, if you guys are wondering. Yeah, it's kind of weird at the airport. One place was giving 7 Trinidad dollars for 1 US dollar, but everybody else was giving like 6. So you have to be really careful when you do that. A lot of for the foreigners, this happens in all airports, but it's really bad at the airport here, where the money exchange would really try to cheat and rip you off here. But like I said, that happens in a lot of countries. But there was one particular money exchanger here in Trinidad that did really good. The company was Millennium something. Any more questions? Or actually, if you have any suggestions, like talk more, make more vlog videos, which I'm sure I need to do. Sometimes I have a lot of video ideas. It's just I don't do it. Any more questions? Okay, thank you, Louis. Alright guys, I think I will end the live stream here, and thanks to everybody for the questions. And sorry I wasn't very prepared this time. I was planning on using my computer to live stream, and it just did not work. I don't know what happened. So I'm using my cell phone, and it's difficult to read all your questions on the cell phone. Thanks for all the kind comments. If you look at some of my videos from Guyana, you'll see some of them, those guys leave such nasty comments. Yeah, I'm here in Trinidad. 2 more days I'll be in St. Vincent. So, alright, so thanks a lot, and I guess I'll need to do more live streams with you guys. Hopefully it won't take long to get to 4,000, I hope. So I'm sure you guys are probably already subscribed. If not, hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit the like. Alright, so talk to you guys later, and don't worry, I have a lot more videos to be coming out. Right, so thanks again, bye.